Hello everyone, and welcome back to today's analysis. As for now, on the 141st episode, we are going to discuss about Sarah Fox, one of the titular main protagonists in My Babysitter is the Vampire franchise. A simple average teenager who got turned into a vampire against her will and seeks to protect her friends and from the forces of evil. Sarah Fox in the whole My Babysitter the Vampire franchise as a whole are among one of the greatest franchises made by Disney, and perhaps one of the best franchises made by Canada. And in this episode we are going to discuss all that we know about her from the 2010 film as well as the TV series to better understand Sarah Fox and how and why she became a vampire. And now, let's begin. Sarah Fox was born in Whitechapel, Ontario, Canada in 1994, and her life was pretty normal and average, unlike any other teenager. But soon by 2010, her whole life changed forever, and she fell in love with a new student known as Jessie, who is revealed to be a 200-year-old vampire, and turned her into a vampire as well, in order to make her part of his army. But at the beginning, Sarah was a fledgling, and while she still has vampire powers, they were limited in comparison with the other vampires. And so she needed to drink human blood, which she really didn't want to, in order to become a real vampire. And so she resorted to kill and eat animals in order to keep her humanity. And now she eventually found new and unlikely allies and friends in Ethan and Benny. Ethan, who was secretly in love with her, and he was a seer, being able to see the future by touching other people. And Benny, having magical powers inherited from his grandmother. As well as the fact that Sarah also had two friends. Besides them, also Sarah had two more friends. Erika, who was a nerd at the time, and she got turned into a full vampire and became more villainous. And Roy, who despite being a vampire, didn't Lina lost his humanity at all, and soon she, Ethan, and Benny managed to stop Jesse and prevent him from resurrecting his ancient army and trapped his cursed soul into the Kubile animals, saving the town of Whitechapel. And now she and her friends went through all kinds of crazy challenges throughout the series, confronting all kinds of evil supernatural threats and trying to prevent the world from falling apart, as well as serving as a babysitter for Ethan's younger sister. And soon, problems have begun to return back in 2011 as Jessie managed to get free from the Kubile animals, accidentally by Ethan and Benny, as they needed the box to save her. And now Jessie came back in an attempt to try to make Sarah to join him one last time, only for her to only for her to refuse. But in exchange, Jesse had infected Ethan and drained his blood in order to turn him into a vampire. And Sarah had to drain his blood to save him, and thus she became a full vampire in her own right. But she still struggled to keep her humanity and her vampiric nature at bay in order to not hurt anybody else. Is trying her best as best as she can. And by 2012, a new evil threat has arisen in Vice Principal Stan, who is the grandson of an evil warlock who wanted to take back the Lucifractor, a diabolical orb of pure dark energy that he would use in order to destroy the vampires and take over Whitechapel. And now, before we continue, we now need to stop and ask ourselves: is Sarah a good person? And the reason why I put this question is because, well, it's an undeniable fact that she's a wonderful person. She struggles her best. It could be argued here that Sarah has some sort of a bit of villainous tendencies. She still loves her friends so much. She tries to keep Erika at bay in order to keep her vampiric and villainous nature as well. At bay as well. She struggles to keep herself at bay to protect Ethan and Benny, and well, she also looks after Roy from time to time. As well as the fact that at the end of the day, Sarah is the person who just tries so much and is afraid to become the same monster as the ones that she hates the most. And so in the end, the answer is ultimately yes. Sarah is a good person. And in the end, well, they confronted the vice principal Stan, and they managed to track him down while he used the Lucifractor. But sadly, an explosion occurred in which he possibly killed him and perhaps them as well. It's absolutely unknown what's happened with her and the others, and so who knows? So in the end, who is Sarah Fox? So who was, depending on the ending? She is nothing more but a simple person who has her entire life torn upside down. A person who was born into a life of the supernatural, the immortality, and the undead against her will. A person that will officially grow up into a hero and struggles her best to keep her most negative aspects at bay. And a person that needs to be called as one of the best protagonists made into a Disney sitcom. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe, and have a nice day.
Okay. She may be a lousy babysitter, but that was the bomb.